Hello CMS students, welcome to my channel. If new here, please like, share, subscribe. In the last video, I will explain this mock test 2 of direct taxation MCQs and section A and B. So now we will discuss here section C. So this as per this paper pattern is concerned, section C is 6 out of 4. We got 40 marks. Each question carries 10 marks. So first of all, here it is. So third A, here it is third A question is defined as C as per the Act. So 2 of 7, an assessee means a person by whom it is, and according to section 2 of 7, don't forget section numbers. If you write section number, it will be impressed by the examiner for good marks. An assessee is a person, means a person by whom or any tax or any other sum of money is payable under this act is called an assessee. So a lot of definitions given by the here. So we need to refer this institute material or your material, whatever you have. So that is the assessee, type an assessee. So next big question here, Mr. Foreign citizen, we need to determine residential status for the assessment year 2021. His presence in India was as follows. So directly here it is some again printing here 2014. So don't do this 2014 drag presence of this drag and drop here and find the status. Now here is the tricky point. Here is the tricky point. So an individual is considered whenever we determine of residential status, we follow this rule stay in during relevant previous year. So during the relevant previous year, we calculate here. So whenever we determine the residents of India 6 1 of 6, 6 1 of 6. So this is, I will amend this reduced. So no need to worry about that for that. So whenever we calculate determination of residential status, so individual is turned into two types, that is resident and non-resident. So resident in India, so especially resident in India we will determine. So he residents in India, so he is a foreign citizen. So whatever citizenship we have, first of all we calculate the status. So whenever we can residence, an individual said to be resident in India if he is satisfy any one of the following conditions. So basic conditions to satisfy if a residence in India. So first of all, in the first 2020-21 previous year, the Mr. F is 86 days. So 86 days. So 86 days. So he is satisfied if he is a resident or non-resident. First of all, we calculated two basic conditions. So first basic condition is residential status. Basic condition is he is in India. He is an Indian. An individual is said to be a resident in India if he is satisfy any one of the following conditions. So any one of the following conditions. So he is satisfied any one of the conditions. So first in the 2020-21, the previous year. So please strike off this. So type your residential answer. Status for the Mr. F1 for the assessment year 2021-22. So 20 drag and drop presence interrupt. So we drag and drop here. So 86 days is given here. Status we need to find out. So whenever we calculate determination of status, we need to follow this condition. He is an Indian previous year for 182 days or more. So section 6.1 of class A, 6.1 of 6.1A, 6.1A. He is in India for the period of 60 years. So he is in the last previous year he satisfied second condition. So he is a resident in India. So first status is a resident in India. So second 2019-20 previous year he satisfied 200. So he is a resident in India. So next 2018 and 19 he also resident India. All are resident except in the 2007 and 20. 2007 and 8 is a non-resident, and 2019 also, 2006 and 7 also the non-resident. So this is the determined. So additional conditions is to be satisfied. So what is the 6A? What are the additional conditions to be satisfied? So however if such individual has satisfied either the basic condition, then he is shall treated as a resident in India under section 6.1. Further notice the exemption is not applicable in case of foreign citizen. So further exemption, he is a foreign citizen. So if he is a foreign citizen, so he is not. If he is a person Indian origin, if these conditions are satisfied, then such individual shall be deemed in respect of number of days in the stay in India. So an individual is said to be resident in India. If he is satisfied any one of the following conditions. So he is India previous year period of 182 days for so satisfied. So previous year relevant to which is 6.1 of 6. So that's all this question. So this is pinpoint question. So we added. So that is the question here. So just once again full read question. 4A. So Mr. D is a non-specified employee of XYZ Limited. He is staying rent-free accommodation provided by his employer. So accommodation is provided by the employer, which is owned by XYZ Limited. Further, he is provided with the following servant. So that is the 500 sweeper salary is 500 per month into 12. That is sweeper salary will be 500 into that is means 6,000 will be taxable. Next maid servant 1,000, that is 12,000 taxable. Watchman salary 2,000, that is 24,000 will be taxable. So this is the pinpoint question. His wife appointed by his cook salary, so it will be taxable. We need to find out the valuation of purchasers in respect of above servant 2021. So total is sweeper salary is 6,500 into 12, that is 6,000. So total 78,000. So so refer to 78,000 here. So sweeper salary 500 into 12, that is 6,000. So total is 78,000. So first sweeper salary is 500. Total salary 78,000. Sweeper salary will be taxable 500 into 500 into 12. We calculate maids our thousands, 1000 into 12 maid salary, maid servant. So watchman salary 2000. So 2000 into 12. Next garden salary will nil exempted, so no need to calculate for garden salary. Is appointed by the employee, so no need to taxable under the heads of employee. Both cases already explain it. He is a specified employee or he is non-specified employee. Whatever case is, he is a garden since rent is provided owned by employer is provided. So rent is provided here. Is second line we studied in the problem. He is provided with the following servants. He is provided with. So that is the meaning. So 78,000. So case A employer's taxable is 24,000. In case of employer, non-specified employee will be watchman salary nil and cook salary. In case of specified employee, we will discuss here. This is X, Y. So once again, I will repeat it. Understand. So here it is only given non-specified employee. So right. So Mr. D is a non-specified employee. So here it is not given by specified. So we need to calculate. So watchman non-specified employee, the provisions will be calculated like this. So here it is. Only watchman servant salary will be nil. So maid service. So servant sweeper salary will be taxable both cases. So sweeper salary both cases taxable both cases. That is 6,000. 500 into 12, that is equal to 6,000. So here it is. So Mr. D is a non-specified employee. So as per the point of D category, we will calculate this. So he is a specified he is not a specified, he is a non-specified employee. So non-specified employee sweeper salary will be taxable. Sweeper salary will be taxable. So guardian salary will be nil. Guardian salary will be nil. Next maid servant will be taxable. Maid servant will be maid servant is nil. So maid servant, because he is not employed, he is not provided, so maid servant also nil. So watchman duty will be nil. So watchman duty also nil because he is a non-specified employee. In case of specified employee, so all except garden salary, other than everything will be taxable under the specified employee, under the heads of specified employee, taxable case under the heads of specified employee will be taxable all except guardian salary. So if a non-specified employee only will be taxable cook and then sweeper, it will be taxable. That's so total amount here is for non-specified employee is 42,000. I hope really clear. So once again I repeat. For here it is, when valuation of perquisite in respect of free domestic servants, rule 3 of 3. So rule 3 of 3 says either specified employee, non-specified employee, the guardian salary will be nil, absolutely exempted. So next will be watchman salary will be taxable only in the case of specified employee. In case of non-specified employee, it will be nil. So cook salary will be taxable in case of specified employee. So 36,000 will be taxable in for both cases, either specified employee or non-specified employee. So maid servant is exempted only for non-specified employee. So here in this problem, Mr. D is a non-specified employee. So that's why here it is exempted. So we calculate nil. So in case of specified employee, he will be taxable. Sweeper salary will be 6,000, will be taxable in both cases, either specified employee or non-specified employee. So guardian salary as usual I already told terminated already explain it. So no need to worry since rent free accommodation owned by employer is provided. So nil both cases. So I hopefully understand the valuation of particular in respect of free domestic services in rule 3 of 3. So rule 3 of 3. So that's all this 4 year question. So next we move into the fifth 4B. So Mr. S has following salary structure. So Mr. S has following salary structure. So basic salary given here, dearness allowance 5,000 per month, not forming part of retirement benefit. Hostel allowance 1,000 per month, does not have any child. So does not have any child. Here it is. Tiffin allowance 500. So transport allowance 200 per month. Bonus 20,000 per annum. Commission is 15,000. Free refreshment in office worth of 5,000 per annum. So mobile phone facility by employer 900 per month. So computer facility provided, facility worth of 10,000 per month. Sorry, per annum 10,000 per annum. He has been provided rent free accommodation owned by employer in Kolkata. The house was allotted with the effect from so simple problem. With the help of the we need to calculate gross salary with effect from 1/5/2020, but he could occupy the same only from 1/6/2020. 2020. Find out the taxable value of gross salary. So types of gross salary. So particulars. So we need to add it. Basic salary 50,000 per month. So 15,000 into 12. We got how much? So again calculated basic salary. So here it is find after that find gross salary, computation of salary for the purpose of rent free accommodation. So rent free accommodation. So this is the gross salary we calculated. So gross salary, first of all we calculate first basic salary as per the computation of salary for the computation of income under the heads of salary as per the pro forma is concerned. First of all basic salary. What is the basic salary included? So first basic salary that don't forget this pro forma. If you understand this pro forma, this salaries will be easier and much easier. So first of all we calculated so first basic salary 15,000. So total 15,000 into 12, that is 18,000. Sorry, 1,80,000. 15,000 into 12. So 1,80,000. So 1,80,000 that is the basic salary. So total check. So 15,000 into 2, that is 1,80,000. So DNS allowances. So it is not forming part of DF. So DNS is not profit of. So it is will be taxable. So it is not forming part of DA, it is form of retirement benefit, so it is will be fully taxable. So how much is 5,000 per month? So 5,000 per month. So 5,000 into 12 5 are 60,000. So 60,000 DA will be calculated. So next hostel allowances. So next we category into hostel allowance 1,000 per month. 1,000 into 12,000. So tiffin allowances 500 per month. So 500 per month. 500 into 12, that means 66,000. So transfer allowances 200 per month. So allowances so allowance is fully taxable. No need was commission 15,000 per month. So 50,000, 15,000 for per annum. So directly given. So simply we are all added and free refreshment. So refreshment office in office worth of rupees. So in office worth rupees for annum. This not be taxable. So the free refreshments in office worth of rupees 5,000 per annum. So free that should be not taxable. So free refreshments. So this is the salary statement she has provided. So like this we added compared to as per profile mark is concerned. So rent free accommodation we will is provided. So no accommodation provided not exceeding 15 days in extra. So that's why. So here it is. She has been provided rent free accommodation owned by employer. So owned by employer. So rent free accommodation we calculated. So this question also given same methodology, same question given Mr. Page number question illustration 30 gross taxable salary calculated here. So DN allowances, the example of 12 section we refer to this 12 and 12. So only one thing here he added is he has been provided rent free accommodation. So rent free accommodation we will calculate it. So fully exempted, children are exempted 1,000 for 1,000 we category, 1 to 2 children, no there is no children, so fully taxable. So refer to the so calculate it. She has been allotted, so commission will be added directly. So for the example of gross salary in the institute material, so see illustration 12 and 13. For the understand yourself, it will be benefit for you. 12 and 13. Free refreshment office is not taxable under the acts of employees. Free refreshment. So office for office worth. So it is not used for the salary purpose. Okay, next we'll discuss the last point, rent free accommodation owned by employer. Owned by employer, so owned by employer, that's why he is not taxable. Rent valuation of rent free rent accommodation. So accommodation owned by employee 15% of period for during which employees occupy. So employees occupied. Here it is Mr. Miss S is allotted with the but he is occupied only one occupy one effect from, but she would occupy same only from 1/6/2020. So 1/6/2020 will be taxable. So 6 months he will occupy. So 10% of salary is Kolkata. So Kolkata is a metropolis. So we add 15%. Population accepted. So refer this. For rent-free accommodation notes given same value in purchasers, we get answer. So 15% of working, so salary will be total salary. After that we go, finally we get lost. In the last point we get deduction from valuation of purchasers law. Section, use this pro forma and understand. So this is method, same method will be provided by pinpoint question lightly. So go to the institute material, it will be benefit. So lot of problems are given in the institute material. So that's all this, find out the gross, calculate yourself, you get a good answer, same process. So rent, so understand the pro forma and use it. So rent provided by employer. So city in which the account, so Kolkata city maximum sunset, so we got 15%. Rent payable by the employer or 15% of salary, whichever is lower. So whichever is lower, rent is not discussed here. So no need to no mention. So the employees is not mentioned figures. So we need to calculate as per the gross salary, so total salary, that is total salary. After we get the basic salary, DHF, after that we get rent free taxable salary. In that taxable salary we deducted 15% because it's the Kolkata. So city of accommodation, which in which city accommodation is provided in Kolkata. So accommodation provided in Kolkata should be taxable. So Kolkata examples we will taxable. So read institute material, we will understand it easily. So that's all this rent free accommodation we get total. After that we got gross salary. So for example we also see this. So rent free accommodation, the same method, section 17, illustration 17 we refer to. So exactly problem. So I will, so here it is. So students must, my humble advice to read institute material at least one time. Refer. It will be deft, no other choice. So Shruti, Mr. S. trees Shruti, just confine. Same method, does not have the same question. So salary, income. So here it is, the salary 1,80,000. So I got bonus 20,000, commission 15,000. So free refreshment is not taxable for office purpose, I already tell. So after that I see this question. So simple valuation of free, see the 15%, 2,35,000. So into 10%. So 2,35,000, 10% we got. So total salary after that we got, that is the called 2 lakhs. So 29,425, that will be rent free accommodation. So we calculated. So first of all bonus is 1 lakh. So bonus, so per month we into 2 years. So 1,80,000, 20,000, 15,000. So next allowances total and deducted. Sorry, allowance after that we get added. So here it is, mobile phone facility is tax, is facility acceptable, is also nil. Free refreshment is, computer facility nil. So rent free accommodation is we calculate working hours. So total we got 2,35,000. So 2,35,000 we calculated. So what is the allowances and base salary? So basic salary. So 1,80,000, 20,000, 15,000, 80,400. So it will be calculated. So that's all this question. So I will explain in deeply in the next in upcoming classes differently. So that's all. Mr. S. Means to the same problem will given in the institute material, page number illustration 17. So for fully reference. So pinpoint question also. So understand easily. If you get understand easily. So next question is Mr. D, this also question here it is gold ring purchased for Sweden. Brokerage come arrange for the customer 5,000. So this question how to calculate. Mr. D purchased a gold ring 117/8/2019. So for rupees 20,000 15 on 2020 he has seen diamond for costing 25,000. So he has seen the 25,000. That is called cost of improvement. The cost of improvement we need to calculate. So for this question. Okay, wait. So now we need to move into the fifth A. So I hope you understanding so far. I hope you understanding these questions. So next, Mr. D purchased a gold ring of 17 as on 17/8/9/2019 on rupees 20,000, and the year is 1/5/2020. He has seen a diamond on costing 25,000. On 1/8/2020, his gold ring was 80,000. Incurred by computation brokerage arranging customer is rupees 5,000. What's equal to second? So what is the section given? Specified section. So write down this question. So first of all, particulars given. So particulars given here. Mr. D purchases. So D is the purchase. So question number this section is capital gains and in respect to of 45. Capital gains in respect to of 40. So deemed national acquisition under the section towards the capital gains 49(1). We discussed it here. So first of all, sale consideration is how much? That is 20. Sale consideration 20,000. So that is the formula. Sale consideration, right? 20,000. Next, expenses transfer. So what they have to. Sorry, not 20,000 is purchased ring. Sorry, gold. Mr. D purchased gold rings 20,000. So sale consideration or sale console is 80,000. So 80,000 is the sale consideration. So sale consideration for using the formula sale consideration 80,000. Next, less expense for transferring and is fee in brokerage 5,000. For the expense transfer for expenses 5,000, for expenses 5,000. So 80,000 remove, that is 75,000. That is called net sale consideration. So index cost of acquisition 20,000 in the year. So in the year we calculated index of cost of acquisition. Acquisition means where the asset is purchased. So where the asset is purchased. So asset is purchased. So here it is not given any fair market value. We need to calculate issue diamond cost of 25,000. So that is called cost of improvement directly given. So we need index cost of acquisition. We need to calculate it. So how to calculate index cost of acquisition? when the cost of acquisition is of previous owner is ascertainable. Cost of acquisition is of a previous owner. Where cost of acquisition of previous owner is unascertainable. The fair market value of the asset on the date. So here we calculate simply on the basis of purchased gold ring 20,000 we calculate, and 25,000 we calculate that is the cost of improvement. So year of purchase 17/8/2019, 17/8/19 17 that we calculated. So cost of acquisition acquiring asset for 30 lakhs, for instance, some paid for discharge of mortgage debt to clear the charge over the property created by the previous owner. It is called litigation expenditure, but they call also calculated. So that we calculated the index. So indexation we calculated as per the in 2000 purchased. So asset was purchased, here it is, asset was 17/8/2019. So 17 was 2019, the index, we will calculate indexation 17/8, so August 17/8/2019, that means previous year 1920, so we calculated 289. So so for reference, so please indexation and then use your formula. That's it, enough. Index cost of so cost of information is 25,000. So 2 lakh. So 20,000 into 289 or 301 divided by 100. So 2,015. So use it table here. I will not explain clearly for the. So you need to calculate. Okay. So 115, 2019, 22, 301 divided by 100. You calculated, you get the ounce of brokerage arrange, so less expenses transfer in the category less from sales for 80,000, that is 75,000. That is called net sale consolidation. So Sween will is the cost of improvement. So index is cost of improvement, that is 25,000 into. So for reference this problem, refer to the illustration number 4 in the institute media. Capital gains will be easily understandable. So for cost of acquisition, please refer to here it is. In this video I will not explain elaborately, so it will be take a time, so no need to worry about. So cost of improvement, index of year of transfer, index year of transfer, we got info. So use it formulas and refer to the section 49.1. we understand easily how to calculate this cost of index profit. Other than it will be easy. So first of all we got sale consideration less expense transfer, that is here we expenses is brokerage expenses, so less brokerages, that is including 5,000, that is 75,000. 75,000 is the cost of acquisition, cost of improvement, and 20,000 is the cost of acquisition. So into, so what calculate 15/20/20, so what is 301 divided by 1170, it will be changed. So please refer to the material, latest material. So next we move into the B, 5B. For the assessment year 2021, net agriculture income of Mr. A is 8,10,000, and non-agriculture so non-agricultural income is 4,78,300. He pays the 20,000 for life insurance premium on. So on major income determine his tax liability 20,000. So here both given agriculture income, non-agriculture income, he pays 20,000 life insurance premium. So life insurance we need to calculate. So it's agriculture income, it will be easy. So it will be easy. So it will be easy. Section first we calculated agriculture income, non-agriculture e-pay tax liability as per the, so as per tax rates we got it easily. So life insurance premium is does not matter on this question. So we need to calculate agricultural income here. So here it is. Fifth B. Agriculture income is 8 lakhs 10,000. So 8 lakhs 10,000 agricultural income. So tax liability we need to calculate it. So life insurance policy will not be calculated here. So first of all we calculated agricultural income is, so total calculated rounded off, so 8 lakhs 10,000. So how much income tax on 8 lakhs 10,000 plus 4 lakhs 78,300. So 4 lakhs 78,300. That is total income tax on agriculture income. First we added the tax liability. The first steps to follow agriculture income. First step is computation income tax on total income for assessor, including agro income. So first of all we added. Here. So total we got 12 lakhs 88,300. So the first of all we get taxable. So first is an individual. So okay, 8 lakhs. So 8 lakhs 10,000. So plus 4 lakhs 78,300. So we total we got 12 lakhs. So total 8 lakhs 10,000. 4 lakhs 78,000. So we got 1 lakh 28,000. Sorry, 12 lakhs 88,300. This is the 12 lakhs 88,000. This is the total tax. So less. So first of all we calculated taxable income on tax liability. So 12 lakhs. So first 10 lakhs. So 1 lakh 10,000 to 1,500. So remaining 2 lakhs 88,300 we got into 30%. So into 30%. So total we got 11 lakhs. So total we got 1,98,990. So this is the step 1 for total with including agriculture income and business income. We total we calculate here. So it is non-agro concept. So here it is. He paid life insurance. He paid life insurance, right? So he paid life insurance premium worth of 20,000. So life insurance premium on the life of his major son. So he is not. This is not business income. This is not a part of this. This is separated from deductions from under section 80D. So under section life insurance D, insurance premium D. So it will be not part of the agriculture income. So we'll need to calculate like this. So 1,98,990. This is the taxable income. So life insurance for a major son did not be considered here. It should not be considered over the life insurance policy. So 4,78,000. So second step we continue here. First step is we added both either agriculture income we clubbed into net income tax on total agriculture income and income tax. Now we will separate from non-agriculture income plus basic exemption. So basic exemption is individual. So agriculture income here it is 4,78,300. So 20,000 is life insurance is not a part of agricultural activity. So it is not a part of agricultural activity. So that's not rated as a here. So 1,78,000 plus 2,50,000, that is 7,28,300. Now it will be taxable. So now we will be taxable here minus 2,50,000 exemption. So remaining how much? 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, that is next to 2 lakhs, that is 12,500. 12,500 remove, that is 2 lakhs to remove the so 4 lakhs 70. So taxable yourself 4,78,300 plus 2,50,000. Second step we are going here. So first of all 2,50,000 up to 2,58,000 exempted. So nil. So next to 2,50,000 to 5%, that is next 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs, that is equal to two lakhs 28,300. Next 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. So that is equal to into so remaining. So 5 lakhs remove. After that we got calculated 4,78,300 plus 2,50,000. We got 7,20,000. So up to 5 lakhs, we got 12,500. So minus subtracted directly we got 5 lakhs, that is equal to 2,28,300 into 20% calculated. So 4,50,000 plus 12,500. So 58,200, 58,160. So already net both agriculture 8,10,000. 37,800, that is equal to, so this is called minus 110 lakhs, so minus 110 lakhs into 30%, so 86,400 plus 4,500. So we got 1,98,990. So total add 58,160. So now we will got 2,50,000 into 4% surcharge. So total, okay. So 58,000. So follow steps in 3 steps. We get answer. So both after we calculated computation of tax liability. So total we got 225,000. Sorry. 2,57,150, 2,57,150. Now got 4%. So now here it can, so below 5,000, sorry, we added rebate. So must rebate added. So rebate add under section less. So less rebate. Maximum limit less rebate 12,500 into that is equal to, after deducting the rebate, 2,460,050 into 4% into 4%. 5,760 5,150. So after we do tax liability, we find out. So total answer will be, so 58,160, 58,160 plus 198. Two lakhs 44,650 after deducting the rebate. So now we will add it as surcharge 4%. So that surcharge will be 9,786 plus 2,4650. So 2,436 is agriculture. This tax liability of this answer is 2 lakhs. So 2,54,436 after deducting the tax liability. So pre-construction period, section C. Next move into the section C. So what do you mean by pre-construction period? So this theory question will refer to the institute material. Will guide it. House property pre-construction period. So let me discuss the pre-construction period. What is this? So pre-construction period starts from the ends for tax treatment. In nutshell, tax treatment as under the day of commencement of the construction of day of borrowing, which is ever later. March 31 immediately prior for the year end of ends of the construction. So interest incurred of during aforesaid period shall be accumulated and allowed even 5 equal installments from the period of completion of construction. So that is the pre-construction period. So it is the X business loss. X is the resident individual submit the following information for the assessment year 21-22. So business losses from previous year. This is set of business B previous profit for the previous year is 20th and 1,35,000. So 1,35,000 is the previous year. Profit 2021. So period of 2021. So business C previous year ended 31st March 2021 becomes discontinued on April 10, 2020. Profits for the period 1st April to 2020 nil. So brought forward losses is 2019-20 1,16,000. Next, business is in a discontinued exam brought forward losses 1 lakh for other income interest. So this is the figures again in investment rupees 1,80,000. So 1,80,000. So determine the gross total income of Mr. X for the assessment year 2020. We need to also calculate the amount of business loss which can be carried forward or being set off next assessment year. Losses will be calculated next year. So this is the income from house property already given in the problem. So profits and gains of business profession. Profits and gains on business profession we need to calculate it. So house property income is given here 1,17,000. So 1,17,000 will be posted here. So 1,17,000 will be posted. So 1,17,000, 1,17,000. So 1,17,000. So 1,17,000. So here it is losses income from house property. So 1,17,000. So 1,17,000. So posted. So 1,17,000 posted here. So here it is 1,17,000 posted. So profit and gains on business. So business A, business C, any other business income. So we study the read. So profit and gains of business profession. So business A income. So what is the business? So business A income loss for the previous year. So loss. So business income. So loss will be business loss in the previous year. Business loss, business loss, carry forward loss. What is the question given here? I also carried loss forward. Yeah, carried forward of business loss. Carried forward of business loss. So carried forward of business loss. This problem is carried out of business loss. House property income was given as we need to calculate business profit and gains of business from business A and C. So section 72 brought forward losses. Loss period of which is carried forward shall be no time limit is prescribed. Filling of returns of the calculator. So law first one with profit and gains of business A. So loss previous year of business year loss. So business loss here previous year loss. So we have previous year loss. We calculated how. So loss of can be set of any income. So no need to calculator like this. Interest on debentures, stock instead will be added. So long term capital gains added. Deemed dividend should be 2 of 22. Brought forward losses previous year 2099. This question is wrong. So losses under the heads of profit and gains of business cannot be set off against losses under the heads of income cannot be other sources cannot be carried forward. So cannot be acquired other income distribution has stock in debtors debentures. So add it. So total amount will be calculated. Carry forward loss. Loss. Okay. Loss. That's all called. Yes, close. No question.